guys, how you doing? Man, you ain't gonna believe what the hell happened to me a little while ago. I went back over to the area where the old cabins are, where I was conducting my investigations, and the videos I've taken over the weekend. There was one more piece of the equation I wanted to show you, and I just got back probably about 10 minutes ago, and I filmed it, wrapped it up, just got home about 10 minutes ago, got on my computer, went to go load the video up so you guys could see it, and guess what? Nothing, absolutely nothing was recorded. I just charged my battery to my cam. I had 177 minutes of recording time on there. Brand new SD card. And I filmed for about 8-9 minutes for nothing. I mean, for nothing. It was something I really wanted to show you too. There was a part on the one cabin that we were concentrating on over the weekend, and the back side of it, there's a fireplace. Well, the whole fireplace was literally ripped from the back part of the cabin, completely ripped away from the dwelling itself. Quite amazing. And when I was studying that the other day with Wayne, and that was my special guest that was with me. And because what it is one of my neighbors was out there not too long ago, and the fireplace was intact. He came by the second time, and it was literally ripped away from the cabin. And he didn't understand what the hell would have done that. So, and when I investigated the situation, I pretty much well know what happened. And which probably explains why the video I was recording did not record. Now, I'm going to tell you what, you remember I've told you throughout the years that now and then I have experienced where my electronic equipment fails. Well, here you go. This is one beautiful example. I haven't experienced this in quite a while, but it just happened to me again. I suspect what I filmed and what I was talking about, obviously, these hybrids didn't want me to record nothing. They had something to do with it. I must mind you too that when I was there recording this a little while ago, there was something, and I mean something, was inside that cabin moving around as I was filming, which was making me awfully frickin' nervous. And even though I had my gun with me, I'm out there by myself. It still made me nervous what was going on. And especially now, especially when I come home, load this up so you guys can see the evidence of it and the narration of what it was about. Now I can't show you a damn thing because they blocked it out. They did not want me to film it. Okay, it's just that damn simple. They did not want me to film it. Now, what it had to do with is this. When I was doing my investigating there, I told my neighbor that, one of my neighbors here, Joe, and hi Joe, and I wished I could have showed you that video, Joe, but I'm sorry, pal, I can't do it. And so anyway, but I did answer your question. and I will answer it again because obviously I can't get it to you, except for this time around, doing it this way. And I would go back and redo this, guys, but right now, to be honest, when I put all this together in an equation, it tells me stay the hell away from there right now, okay? And even when I was there, something was in the cabin moving around. One was over on the right part of the cabin, there was something in the left part of the cabin. Nonetheless, they were moving around. I could hear them, which was making me extremely nervous as I'm filming. But nonetheless, they did not want me to show you what I was recording. It's pretty obvious. Now, so that's why I'm doing this, to explain to you why I couldn't show you what I did record. For Joe's question, this is what I came up with, Joe. What I investigated and what I observed, and when I put all the evidence together, I believe this is what happened. You see, when we were up there was evidence that there was either one or several humans that were living up there homeless. And how do I know this? Because of the evidence they left there. The special guests I was with, they knew this factor too. And they left a hell of a mess. And on top of that, they defecated all over the place. And so basically what happened is I know now that these two particular cabins, that when the environment gets really harsh, I know that these hybrids use those as shelters. So because of the fact you have some people that don't really belong there at all, and they're just making a hell of a mess, they're defecating all over the place, and what basically happened, these hybrids, it pissed them off. That's what happened. They got angry, they were pissed, and they plain just took care of business. So what they probably did was this, my guess is, because I've been through this myself, they will do what they call an intimidation. And when they intimidate, it ain't what you might think. When they intimidate, they fuck with your mind. Excuse my French, but that's exactly what they do. Really screw with your mind. And they will put a sense of fear and paranoia in you. And that is probably what happened. And because of the fact that they defecated the place, they wanted them out of there. That's the bottom line. They wanted them gone. Any means they had to do it with. So my guess is this. I believe that they started intimidating these guys, whoever they were, to the point that one or two things happened. Either one, they bailed shit and got the hell out of Dodge like right now, which is very understandable why. Or maybe they just disappeared and vanished. One of the two. Now, from what I've seen on the damage of the fireplace, which, let me tell you this too, the damage that was done, especially being torn completely away from the back side of the cabin, I mean the whole damn thing, and that was brick and cinder blocks. This building's probably over 100 years old. Though that fireplace has been standing up that long, I'm telling you right now, there is nothing in the environment that would have brought it down, period. There's nothing in the weather, any kind of weather that would have brought that down, period. And it damn sure just didn't decay and just crumble on its own, because that's not what happened. What I did find there, though, there was still some cinder blocks and some bricks that were still up. There was pieces in there that looked like they were throwing projectiles at the back side of the building of the fireplace. And what I mean by projectiles, probably large rocks and large stones, okay? I mean, like, I should say large rocks. The inverted indentions that were placed definitely, they look like it was hit by a small cannonball, to be quite honest. And it was hit with a hell of a velocity and force impact. Now, these guys are huge, and they're very large creatures. They can do such a deed, let me tell you, in a heartbeat. Then it appears to be that they use just different, just tools of the forest to rock, and they use probably something as some kind of leverage, some kind of a lever, something out of the forest. And other than that, they use their pure power and strength, and just basically tore it down. Like the old saying, they brought it down brick by brick. Anyway, so the way the scenario looks to be is, I think, is either the homeless were still there. The only way they can get rid of them was intimidate them mentally. So by doing that, that would make sense. Start throwing projectiles at the brick fireplace. That scares the hell out of anybody now, wouldn't it? And when they actually ripped it away from the side of the building, the back side of the building, is, I believe they did that for another reason. They're expressing their anger. They're expressing they're really pissed off. You know, I'm like this, guys. How would you like it if somebody homeless came in on your property, in your home? That's their home. You have to understand that. It's not ours. It's theirs. They're not invading us. We're invading their home. And I don't think you would like it any more than these hybrids would if someone came in on your property, in your home, and made a hell of a big mess and defecated all over your property. I don't think you would appreciate that now, would you? Kind of piss you off, wouldn't it? Then you can understand probably what did occur. So, but the bottom line is this. The evidence I see, it's as if it was just abandoned, like either they just bailed ship or just plain vanished. One of the two. I see no other evidence of anything else. And you know, it's really sad that humans have got to be like that, you know. But you know, I told you guys for over and over again, the easiest person to track is a human being, just because of that factor. I mean, come on. I mean, some humans are really nasty. In this case, these guys were nasty, and that's just the bottom line. I don't blame these hybrids at all. Whatever became of those people, I really don't care. It ain't my problem. They created their own problem by going into somebody else's house that they should have never went into, obviously. So, anyway, that's what my investigating came up with, Joe. There's your answer of what happened to that fireplace, because there's no other explanation. So, anyway, I'm sorry I had to narrate this like this, guys, but you know what? I'm not going to go back right now. I'm not going to go back and refilm it again, okay? And as a matter of fact, you might see a little bit of piece of that rumble in the back side of the cabin in the part 2. So, anyway, guys, I wish I could have showed you the rest of it, but because of the circumstances, I know when to back off and just disappear, okay? And obviously, when I heard them moving around, I come home and I can't, that really ticks my ass off, to be honest with you. It takes a lot of work to get something filmed, you know, and then that happens. That's, That gets to me sometimes, but it's the nature of the game of the research. Anyway, I hope you guys do like this ensemble of videos, because myself, frankly, I think it's pretty damn good evidence. And I think it tells its own story. But one thing is for sure. They're there, and they live there, and that's their dwelling. And I don't think they're going to probably put up with that again, period. So, you know, throughout the years, I've told other people that want to be a researcher, even the ones that are researching, I'm telling you what, man, you know, you got to know when to hold them, you got to know when to fold them, guys. You know, in this case, I folded my cards. It was time to get the hell out of Dodge for my safety, for the hybrid safety. And even, you know, even though I'm packing, it still makes you nervous as hell when you're by yourself. When I'm filming, I have nothing to watch my back. And that's not to mention the other predators I got to deal with out here. And we got one particular predator that likes causing havoc when he feels like it, and that's the old black bear. So, anyway, that's about the size of it, guys. So, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm going to do that right now, okay? Guys, take care. Catch you later.